So this episode was delayed, if you know already, because of production issues. Um, it it really sucks. Despite what you feel about the animation or CGI, these workers are putting in some hard work. Even they have a low budget. They have a low budget, not being paid more. It sucks. And of course, when it's sometimes you gotta look at it on another person's perspective. You know, when you're at a restaurant or a store and you complain about the service or the worker and stuff like that, and you just complain like they're not good enough, they suck, or something like that. And sometimes you go to your own job where you feel probably miserable or you're not having a good day or something happened, and then someone complains about your service and you feel terrible about it. Sometimes it's nice to put yourself into someone else's shoes so you can understand what they're going through. And it's going through this a lot, and it really upsets me because you see the Japanese animation industry trying their best, the animators in Japan just working their butts off in order to give us what we want. Where over here, it's a very small few of them, and most of the time they're not really giving us what we want. When they do give us something that we want, they give it in a way where we don't want it, and they get paid more, they get more recognition, and it really upsets me that that's the case. You know, it really irks me. It's the reason why I do encourage supporting the anime industry by buying the merch, because the merch is what really matters more than anything. You watch anime, buy the merch. The anime is just one big thing to buy merch. So you have an anime that you like, or you're fans of the source material, buy the books, buy the figurines, the toys, the essentials, anything you want from them to help them out. Because it goes a long way. But then again, it doesn't really help the animators. It's a sad part. That's why I really want to help in some type of these things, help out the animators. What can we do for the animators? We already know Crunchyroll let us down with that. Try to be something. But I guess that's a topic for another day. Now let's just talk about the review for Spider, episode 24. Now, I really wish they didn't show Shun's side, at least towards the end or something more of it, because it just felt like, okay, they they fought off Sophia and Kyoya a little bit more, but seems they can't do anything. These are people who took years of training and fighting. They've been through the harshest parts of the world. They had a cruel hand of reality put towards them, and because of that, they were stronger. For instance, Komoko, aka Wakaba, she was one of the first ones to be born, as a spider, and she trained inside that labyrinth. Man, she survived. Not even training, and then she got out. She became super strong, and she still did go stronger because there's those who are still stronger than she is. Makes sense. And of course, poor Sophia. I her and Wakaba probably didn't have good past lives. They probably had no true connection to their families, or people bullied them, or they saw them as scary. But in this new life, they thought it was a new second chance. Especially for someone like Sophia, she was born in this noble home, and she had this loving mom and dad and stuff, and then war broke out, and because the elves took everything away from her, of course she's going to be extremely upset with them. So the thing that happened with Shun when he saved the other half elf woman, because she just had to go in the way. Like, he wasn't. The thing is, why did she do it? Freaking Kyoa said he wasn't going to kill him, but probably she didn't see that. No one probably didn't hear that. So because of that, they probably thought, oh, they would kill Shun. So she probably came in and saved them. But then again, they just say they weren't supposed to kill any of the reincarnations. I don't know. It's whatever. The fact that she did it, and that since she did, he used his skill Mercy, and now he reached taboo level 10, and he saw repent. That's all he got was repent. Like, okay, and then it ends like that. It just ends like that. Like, really? Well, anyways, that being said, there's also the part that people really were interested in, the attack on the town, where while the soldiers were out there fighting the war, the elves came in and decided to, take advantage. And at the same time, Komoko, our genius little spider, decided to use a skill she gained from her mom. Actually, one where she can actually plant eggs and use one of those eggs to put her self-conscious into. So if her real body does die, she can send her soul over to another one of those eggs. However, all the eggs are already hatched and they are, just wandering around, just there. And she now has top half of a human body. It looks like her old self, but however, with white hair and red eyes and stuff like that. And the way she was talking, it was almost if I kind of get it now. Because when I first watched Spider, I was like, how come Shaq's so goofy and silly, but she's quiet and her voice is a bit lower, you know? And then I understood. That is how some people are. Sometimes some quiet people and shy people probably have some crazy, goofy personalities, but they have a hard time getting them through physically. So pretty much the entire time as Wakaba, as a spider, she was able to be free to be her persona self, the way that she always was on the inside. But then when she got the human form back, she isn't as she was anymore. Well, at least her top half. Anyways, that is. So we get to see her in her not in her full form. We see as Shun saw them, but just as the top half of human form. In the fight, in discovering that the elves are going to be the cause of the end of the world. Really? So the world was caused by multiple endings, I guess. The world's going to end this time because the freaking elves. Wow. It's nice to see, actually, a story where the elves are the bad guys. And this time, all the other creatures, the demons, the orcs, the onis, the vampires, this time, they're the good guys. They're fighting against the elves. And it always made sense to me, how, because you always have these things where elves were supposed to be these too enchanted. But then again, what if they act like regular nobles who truly did want to take over everything? But the thing that got my attention was the way Patimas, his name is Patimas, I just can't get over it. Now, he was a freaking Terminator, and he has multiple different bodies. So he sends out these bodies, he improves on them each time one fails. So each time he fought Patimas, he gets stronger and stronger. That explains why when Sophia beheaded him, he was able to survive. It was not because of magic, because of science. So the elves have discovered technology, advanced technology, and they're using it to probably conquer the world. Now, where things were happening, it seems finally we get to see Ariel coming along. It kind of sucks how we didn't get to see the Ariel that was, Ariel, the actual Ariel, but instead we get to see the Ariel as whose self-conscious is fusing in with the body mind. So pretty much, body mind has become the new demon lord. Because even though Ariel is still in there, body mind is also in there too. So their wills have fused. So now that body mind's will has fused, she does not have this desire to kill Komoko anymore. But instead, she acts more goofy, and she even has the silly personality and everything. And that's pretty much how she is now. Pretty interesting. Yeah, interesting take. And that's how it ends. I hope there will be a season 2. I don't know if it's gonna be a season 2 because come on, man, it depends on the sales. I don't know. It could happen. It could not. We have to wait and see. Fingers crossed. I do want to see this. I probably have to read it, but however, what I've heard from some fans is that the story is not like it is in the anime, where you hear nothing mostly about the story of Komiko, but don't get to hear nothing about Shuns. Apparently, a lot of people don't care much for the human side of the story, but I'm a little interested, from time to time. I just say it myself in the past that I am sometimes was more interested in Shun's story when they were starting off. But as things were going on, it kind of faded off into interest as time went on. But hopefully it does pick up. I'll have to probably read the web novels. I like reading it raw, so I'm probably going to read the web novels instead of the light novels. That's just how I am. So anyway, that's all I got for this video. It's finally over, people. It's finally over. No more Spider until hopefully we get a season 2. Most people are hoping that we get more of Kamoko's story instead of Shun's. I can see that happening. Use more CG than we did before. Work on the CG skills instead, and things could go better. So yeah, nice watch. I enjoy it nonetheless. Hey man, I'm a guy who was able to watch Berserk 2016 and still find some enjoyment out of it. So I wasn't complaining. So yeah, that's all I got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox on Anime. Signing out.